I'm going to take a minute to highlight some literature that matches our reading in the content area theme of the solar system. And what you're looking at right now would be the list of books that we would use that are completely fiction. And it's good to just have students hear fiction because they get a lot of enjoyment out of the books. And they also get that ability to make connections to the information that they are reading, but in a fun way. So we have Space Case, about some aliens, The Soccer Mom from Outer Space. One of Jan Brett's main characters is Hedgie. This is Hedgie Blasts Off. Dimitri the Astronaut, and one of the Little Critter books, Little Critter and the Alien. And these books are just for fun, just made up, just fiction. Okay, moving on. The next category is also fiction, but this is what we call narrative expository. And this group of literature are books that are fiction, but they're teaching information. So the story revolves around true facts. If you decide to go to the moon, it's a story about a little boy who'd like to be an astronaut. So it's made up. We don't know him. He's not a real person. But it tells lots and lots of facts along the way about what he'll see and do when he gets there. Poor Pluto is a book that was written by third graders, published by Scholastic through a contest, and it's a story about the planet Pluto no longer being a planet and feeling sad. So obviously we're looking at fiction text, but the story that was written by third graders and illustrated by third graders teaches all about why Pluto is no longer a planet. Our next category is the plain old nonfiction kind of book, but we're going to call it expository information. There's two categories within this genre. The first one would be our traditional nonfiction, and that's the kind of book that has the table of contents, photographs and information and captions. And when we turn to the back, we get fact files, we get index, glossary, just like the kind of nonfiction you and I read when we were younger. These books are great for finding specific information and not reading cover to cover. Another example is the Book of Planets. This one's really neat. Students love this. It has a table of contents, and then the information is actually tabbed. So if you want to read about Jupiter, you just turn to the tab on Jupiter. That's real neat. Now, another kind of nonfiction is nonfiction that you do read cover to cover. Gail Gibbons is an author that does this all the time in her nonfiction stories. And you read them from cover to cover. And they're very descriptive and have lots of picture support and labels. And then A Day in Space is a kind of nonfiction book that we would call sequential because it starts on Earth and takes you through the journey of an astronaut as they leave and go into outer space. Okay, that's another one you'd read cover to cover. Now, a different kind of text organization within nonfiction is question and answer. And so I have several question and answer books that are great for finding specific information. Does the moon change shape? Question and answers all about the moon, all about the stars. My first book about space, a question and answer book. And this is one of the boys and girls' favorites. It's very unique questions about the solar system, specifically stars and planets. And it just gives you a question and an answer. So, do stars have points? How many stars can you see on a dark, clear night? Which is the brightest star in the sky? What stars are made of? And it goes on and on and on. So it's great for those KWLs where students are looking for specific answers to questions they're interested about. Okay, the last thing I want to share is within the realm of nonfiction, we want to be able to reach all of our readers. So we want to make sure that we have lots of different levels of books. Many of the books that I shared with you today are of a more difficult reading level, probably end of first grade, second and third grade. But we do have lots of options when it comes to books that support early literacy. So just a couple series that are popular in the area of science. There's rookie readers, and these are science rookie readers. And you can see they follow kind of that regular nonfiction. This one does not have a table of contents, although some do, and it teaches you in very limited text and has some good photographs. The back does have an index and about the author, and it also has a vocabulary page, which is very helpful to readers that need some support. Okay. So I have rookie readers about liftoff, astronauts, the moon, and the solar system. Another series that I use is by Scholastic News, and I have a book for each of the planets. And again, these are supporting readers that are definitely not a high reading level yet, but it has a table of contents, has an index, find out more and meet the author, and has a word hunt that looks at vocabulary before you even start. And then it talks about information. You can see the reading level is much lower than that of some of the other books we've looked at. Okay, and I have one for every one of our planets. And the last one even drops a little bit lower. These are more general books, but they are to get books in the hands of your earliest readers. So we have the Solar System published by Scholastic. And really, really simple text. But everyone is successful then reading in their books. We have our Solar System, which is an easy theme reader published by Teacher Created Materials, about the same reading level. And then this is even a board book. And this is textured, so you can use this with really young learners or kiddos that are beginning readers and just need easy text. Okay. And it also has that question answer, which planet is next to Mercury? Venus. Venus is a rocky planet. Which planet is next to Venus? So again, that text structure of question answer. And then we even see every once in a while the Hello Reader. This is level 4, so this one's kind of about 2nd grade or 3rd grade reading level. And we can see that these are great to enrich and find a reading level that you know would be appropriate for your readers. So you can see all the kinds of literature represented. There's one we're missing, and that's that mixed trade text. And that's where we have fiction and nonfiction. I have one example here, the Magic School Bus. And if you haven't seen Magic School Bus before, it's a narrative about a class, and their teacher, Miss Frizzle, takes them on adventures where they learn. But usually we have sidebars that teach us something. Okay. So here the main text is the fiction story, and then the sidebars teach us information. These are little reports done by the students in the story. So we call this a mixed text trade book, and it's fiction and nonfiction. So hopefully you saw some examples now. It's more concrete to you.